Hello. Hello, welcome to join live stream. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Today our tea class is a new arrival Chinese aged white tea. 白牡丹 white peony. Before we start our tea class, I would love to make a brief introduction about myself and our tea session. My name is Yita. I'm professional Chinese tea sommelier, certified by Chinese Tea Society. In each tea class, I will select premium Chinese teas to share in this tea class to show you how to prepare this tea with the traditional Gong Fu Cha Wei. Even you are new to Chinese tea or just start to drink Chinese tea, don't worry. After uh, this 1 hour lesson, I believe you will definitely know how to prepare properly. Besides, I will elaborate all trace characters regarding the flavor taste about this tea. The tea I want to share with you today, this tea, in Chinese we call it 白牡丹 white peony. This tea was made in 2019, so far it's been aged over 7 years. Yeah, 7 years. Uh, Before we start to burn this tea, I would like to have a more interactions with you. Did you ever try it or ever heard Chinese white tea? Technically, when we talk about white tea, I always need to emphasize the tea process of white tea. In fact, the white tea, I always describe white tea. If you never try any white tea yet, you can stay a while with us. Do you know what's the feature of a white tea? Uh, Among Chinese teas, according to tea making process and the tea polyphenol oxidation level, we classify Chinese teas into six grand types. White tea, you were drinking today. Green tea, yeah, I think most of you must be very uh, mm, familiar with. And black tea, yellow tea, oolong, dark tea. In fact, amongst those six grand types, white tea technically, white tea is a kind of tea operated with the minimum tea making process, only withering and drying. It could explain why tea, in fact, presents the most original flavor and taste of a tea itself. Mm. This is the tea I want to share with you today. So, far, any questions? If you have any questions, please feel free to share your comments. Hello. Hmm. Hello. Okay, before we, as usual, before we start to bring this tea, I would love to show you. Yeah, when you receive a Chinese tea before you bring it, let's look at this tea. This tea was made in 2019, so far it's been aged over 7 years. 7 years, 7 years old tea, aged tea. And besides, this tea is made from white. white tea tree made from white raw material. This tea is from the one the core the core uh, pro- core production area called Pansy. It sounds a little bit niche for you, but don't worry. It's just like a French wine. It's like a French wine. This tea, uh, this tea is from. Uh, Uh, just like a French wine, this tea is from the best, the co-production food in wine tea production area. This tea, as I mentioned, yeah, this tea is made from white tea tree. How could we know? In fact, when you look at this tea, you will notice something very interesting. Uh, look at, look at. You notice that this tea at the end of the stem, there's a very noticeable. We call it that's a tea, Chinese tea jug, and we call it a horseshoe joint. Uh, this is a proof of. This is very clear proof of the white tea, mm, organic. This is a organic white peony white tea. This tea during the what during the growth of those tea trees, uh, there's a bell there's no any human being uh, uh, intervention like using any pesticide, herbicide actually. If I'm searching on organic, very healthy white tea, this tea is for you. And you see that after 7 years, this tea, when you look at the tea color, you notice that the color of this 7 years age, the tea tree has become more intense and intense. That's very unnatural because with the time passing, uh, T polyphenol will continue to get slowly oxidated. It could, that's why the tea color with the white dark tea the same, or the color of the dry tea will become more and more intense brown and dark and dark. Hmm. Okay. So final questions. If you don't have any further questions, we continue. Besides today, there is a new arrival. Look at this. Handcrafted Chinese jade cup. Wow, this one is really, really lovely. A precious, very high class teacup. Now I will. Oh, yeah. So final questions. I will write the brewing recommendation in a comment. If you're interested in this tea, uh, Okay, to brewing good cup of aged fruiting white tea, there are three key points we need to pay attention. First thing is tea to water ratio. For this tea, you can use around ratio around 1 to 30. As this tea was made in 2019, so far it's been aged over 7 years. Please use both 95 degrees Celsius, 203 Fahrenheit. Last not least, steeping time for this tea, a few seconds to 15 seconds will be will be enough. Uh, okay, now let's continue our tea ceremony. When we now you see we already set up uh, our tea ware. The guy one is center of this tea table in front of me, and right side, uh, the upright side it's a fairy cup. In Chinese we call it gong dao bei, and this is my tea cup. The first step in Chinese tea ceremony we call it preheating process. Preheating process to preheat all teaware we use. Good morning, Wang. Good morning. Welcome. The first step, preheat the guy one. And preheat the teacup. This is a new arrival, Chinese white tea, white peony. This tea is authentic wine, authentic white tea. For this tea, I need to repeat again. For this tea, you don't have to uh, rinse the tea before the first infusion. Wow, look at this tea. When you receive this dry tea, you will perceive a very pronounced white, white tea, a white peony appearance. The dry tea. Look at those very clear, very noticeable. Uh, we call it as horseshoe joint. Well, look at some stems. They are very large. It's very normal because in fact this tea is made from. Look at wait, just like this part. As this tea is made from white tea tree, so those tea trees say there's no any human being intervention, and when they during the growth they just widely grow up. Mm, It's really wow. The dry tea has a amazing sweet, flowery aroma. It's very sweet, very very sweet. when you brew this tea, you can choose gaiwan or teapot. This tea is this tea physically, it's white tea, so physically it's large. I recommend to use a gaiwan to bring it always a teapot with a wide mouth, wide diameter. This tea, to stimulate a better flavor taste, I recommend to use above 95 degrees Celsius to 103 Fahrenheit. Pour water as gentle as possible. If you are using Gaiwan, you're using Gaiwan, you just need to if you use the Gaiwan to bring this tea, and you just start to use Gaiwan. Here it is a tea. When you pour water, you know we are using above 203 Fahrenheit. It's very hot water, so we can pour water. If we look at this guy one as a clock, and here it is three. Sorry, six, 3, 12, 9. So we can pour water at the direction towards 3. Don't pour water um, uh, nearby the 6 or 12. Okay. Pour water as gentle as possible. Steeping time a few seconds. The fragrance already overflowing from the guy one. Very fragrant. It smells super, very delicate. This is our first infusion. Please look at our first infusion. Look at this beautiful. This is our first infusion. Light golden, light golden, uh, green golden tea soup. It's very clear, and well, inside, look at wow, look at the rich tea fast flowing inside the soup. A form of with a form of tea amino acids, which will increase at um, a level of freshness, natural sweetness. This tea personally I like very much. Smells, it smells very refined. That's the charm of white tea. The in our previous live stream, there was a new arrival tea called Meizhan Wu tea. Compared with this tea, they just present a different, totally different style uh, of flavor and taste. Like this tea is very smells, tastes very delicate, gentle, subtle, refined, just like art, just like fine art. Hmm. Now let me try it. Oh. This tea is characterized by its dominated complex mixture fragrance of sweet rose plus peony. This tea, in Chinese, we call it Bai Mudan, means white peony. Yeah. This tea, this tea is a pure tea as it's made from raw material from the core production area of food in white tea called Panxi. It's from the Panxi area. And this tea, when you drink this tea, When you drink this tea, well, the first time when I tried this tea, I was surprised by its rich peony, the natural peony aroma. You know, we call it as a white peony, but in fact, it's pure white tea without blending with any flowers. Mm. So if you personally like a natural flowery notes, just try this tea and you will love it. You will love it. Smells very rich. Wow. It tastes tender, sweet, mm, flavored, fresh, just like a spring. Wow, that's tea. This tea, it's, uh, this tea, it tastes wonderful. Mm. Mm. So, for any questions, if you're interested in anything we are showing in live stream, please go to check our tea shop link in our bio. Wow, it tastes so fresh with tasty, uh, ripe, uh, tasty, ripe, fruity plum, fruity plum flavor. After drinking this sweet rose plus rich peony uh, aromas, natural scents linger inside my mouth. And this tea, wow, this tea, every time I drink it, it's a pure, it's a pure pleasure. Yeah. If you are Chinese beginner and never tried any Chinese tea yet, this one I highly recommend to you. In general, for such, I call it this tea. I can describe it as a adorable tea. Adorable tea. Adorable means this tea can be. This tea will be adored, liked by anybody. This tea doesn't. This tea. Not every tea I can. Uh, recommend to Chinese beginner, but this one, this tea, yes. Even you don't, you just use uh, let's say the simple way, grandfather way. Just put some tea in the mug, in a glass cup, put some tea in your mug, and then pour some hot water. This tea is still tasty. It's still tasty. That's a authentic premium Chinese white tea. You can also compete with any white tea, Chinese white tea you have in your hands. This tea was made in 2019. So far has been aged over 7 years. 7 years. Our new arrival tea today. Mm. Moreover, this tea, you can continue to age it. The more the more it ages, the more it ages, the better it becomes. Uh, White tea, the value of a white tea will increase with the time passing. Mm. So when you have this tea, if you are new to our tea shop, you can just buy the small size, the small 50 grams. When you have a, a certain trust with us, you can buy a large one, so that you can age it by yourself, and you can try it every 3 6 months, and you will see it's a very interesting it's a very interesting uh, it's like entertainment to see a tree grows up with the time to you you'll be the observer observer uh, to see to watch the growth conversion of this tea. Wow, after drinking that's after drinking there's a puring sweetness above your taste bud uh, with the Chinese in Chinese tea where we call it sweet after taste. Mm. So funny questions? Don't be shy. I would love to have one more interactions with you. Wow. It's our new arrival Chinese JT cup. Wow. This one I personally I love it. Mm, is the white peony flavor seem to sweet honeysuckle? What what it means honeysuckle? Suckle, honeysuckle. Let me check honeysuckle. But we can guarantee that we can guarantee that this is 100%金银花 honeysuckle. No, it's different. Uh, honeysuckle. Oh, honeysuckle is more like uh, honeysuckle. Yeah, in our let me see which tea I. The honeysuckle sweet natural flavor. Yeah, I know. No honeysuckle. I just checked. Yeah, honeysuckle is a very famous Chinese herb medicine, often used in China. Perhaps honeysuckle in Chinese called 金银花. In our tea shop, let me see which tea. I remember there's a tea. I remember there's a. Let me check the name of the tea. I remember I just introduced this tea. It's a new thing out tea shop. Uh, probably 2 weeks ago. Uh, I remember it was. I remember. It was. Yeah. White tea. It's a white tea as well from Yunnan province. That tea is white, white tea. It's made from white tea tree as well from Yunnan province. And that tea features an exceptional honeysuckle flavor and sweetness. But not this tea, but this tea is from Fujian province. Uh, when we talk about Chinese white tea, the white tea. Let me. Chinese tea is just like a French wine. You know when we talk about French wine, we may think that the first come into your mind probably will be because the famous region, uh, Bordeaux, right? It's like this. When we talk about Chinese white tea, in general, we will think of uh, which which will reminds you of Fuding, where it is tea from. White tea, it's not a mainstream product. It's not mainstream product. Uh, this tea, basically, this tea uh, is characterized by its mixture sweet rose plus peony, natural peony aroma, accompanied with sweet nectar fragrance. This tea tastes very sweet, but not the sweet, gentle way like honeysuckle. That's different. It tastes very different from that. In other words, can you describe the aroma of white peony other than sweet? Uh, Fresh. Uh, s- um, this tea, sweet. Sweet is the general, but it's the sweet. You know what? When we give you a word like sweet, the sweet can be very varied. But this sweet is more like a mixture of rose plus peony. Peony. In general, they are known for the sweet but fresh scent. Mm, Yeah, nectar. And besides this tea, as is from the white tea tree, the core production area called Pansy. If you're interested in this place environment, you can go to check our link, and you will note, you will see, wow, this is like a paradise. This area is all year round, uh, surrounded by mist and clouds, and the forest coverage reaches over 80%. 80%. Um, those tea trees, there's just growing up. It's like a primeval forest, as it's a white tea. You can just see this way. Uh, this way, it's like those tea trees. They were planted by tea farmers, but those tea farmers just left, went away. Probably they uh, immigrate to other place. So those tea trees, they were abandoned and left in this area with the years, with the decades. And without any human being intervention, those tea trees, they have to grow up by themselves. So you see that when you see the white tea trees, the root of the white tea trees, they're very deep, very deep, very strong and very deep, and which contribute a more rich aroma aromas, taste and sweetness of the tea. Name of you are this Fujian province. You can go to check uh, go to check our link. You will see that all the information. That's, in our tea shop, you have very rich choices for wine tea. All kinds of white tea, white peony, 白牡丹, 寿眉, with a different age years. Like this one was made in 2019. So far, it's been aged over 7 years. 7 years. 7 years. Now continue our second infusion. a few seconds to 15 seconds. Please look at our second infusion. This is our second infusion. Beautiful honey color. That's a authentic honey color. This is our second infusion. The second infusion, I, as you as you mentioned, honeysuckle. Yeah, for the second infusion, the tea soup, I also perceive a subtle honeysuckle. Sometimes we also call it as herbal medicine aroma. But the herbal medicine aroma, this tea jargon can be yeah, widely used because herbal medicine it's um, it's not uh, it's not exact fragrance. Chinese herb medicines is very rich, right? Any kinds of uh, and the fragrance could be very varied. But when I describe it, some if this fragrance is very pronounced, I will write the name of this herb medicine in our tea tasting description. This is our second infusion. It smells uh, really delicate, refined. It's a very let's say very comforting. It's a very uh, comforting fragrance. Very healing aroma. Mm. I highly recommend to you. If you're interested in this tea, please go to check our tea shop link in our bio. From this second infusion, you will perceive a wide flavor as well. Wide flavor. As this tea is made from uh, old tea bushes, over 50 years, 50, 40 years. This tea this tea features its in Chinese called 老丛 old tea bush flavor. Uh, what it smells like? It's like uh, um, a mixture fragrance of those as they are growing up in this place used to be our tea trees. Let's say was abundant by the tea farmers. They used to plant those tea trees in this place called this area Pansi. It's a part of Pansi. It's abundant garden. So for a few decades, without any human being intervention, so this place preserves a great diverse uh, biodiversity, and you can see that from the it's a tea. We don't call it as a tea tree, but basically it's not the tea tree like Yunnan province. It's a tea bush. Um, and from the photo, if you're interested, go to from the end of the end, how we call that, not branch, the the body of the tea bush, after a long time, growing up in a forest. The they covered by the uh, moss, yes, and also sometimes wild mushroom extract. And this tea, is from this place and made from Lao Cong, aged tea bush. This tea also has a mixture aroma of uh, it smells like a mixture fragrance of moss, uh, uh, um, how we describe it, moss, and a special tea leaf in China called it 粽叶. We do use that tea leaf rub rub. You know, we now today we are 18 now. Tomorrow, it's tomorrow. Dragon Chinese Dragon Boat Festival. Uh, we use uh, this kind of a 粽叶 to rub with the sticky rice. And this tea also has this, but I don't have ever tried it. We call it 粽子. There's a food, a traditional food we eat uh, for during Dragon Boat Festival. In general, this tea features its richness, complexity in flavor and taste. Highly recommend to you. This tea, everybody will love it. Everybody will love it. The tea texture, s- it's smooth, just like silk, just like silk. The more it ages, the better it becomes. This tea will continue now 7 years. In 1 year, 2 year, and every year this tea will have a different conversion. Thank you, thank you, Moni. Will just pass by live stream and the description about flavor taste. It sounds a little bit niche for you. Don't worry, because if you've never tried any Chinese tea yet, yes, it could be very it's a niche place for you, but don't worry, just you try it, just try a few times and you understand what I'm talking about. So any questions? Now we can do now soda infusion. I'm just using boiling water. Keep your kettle close to the teapot. A few seconds to 15 seconds. This tea you don't have to steep over time. Please look at color. Beautiful honey color. Just look at it. It looks so rich. Just look at it. It's tea soup. Just look at the color, the rich content, which choose to try it, at least one cup. Uh, That's our premium Chinese white tea. This tea, if you just search, um, this tea, you can also compare with any white tea, food in white tea you have in your hands or in the market. This tea, uh, this is where I can tell you that this is one of the best white tea tree, a white tea. You can white peony by them. You can find the market based on my experiences. So, funny questions? So, funny questions? If you're interested in anything we are showing the live stream, please go to check out our tea shop link in our bio. Hmm. It tastes, wow, so tender, so subtle. Our new arrival, Chinese Jade. It, it's it's a masterpiece. This cup. A work of art. Yeah, definitely. This one I uh, wow. Chinese Jade is oh, it, this tea without uh, just it looks very oily, right? Very smooth texture. That's the characters of Chinese Jade. How did they make the? No, it's natural from. It's a charm of a Chinese Jade. This is not the. It's not chemical artificial dyed. Uh, the color the color of Pantene. No. It's natural. Uh, it's a very complex. Uh, if you're interesting, and you can go to uh, how we describe in part of a jade. Yeah, that it's jade. Yeah. This jade in China, for China jade, we have four top famous. This is Xiu Yu, Xiu Yu, and the one I'm wearing. This is He Tian Yu. It's a natural green, not because it's an artificial dye by the pigment. No, natural form. You know, it's like any kinds of stones or jade due to the complex and millions years of you know well, how we say it, earth movement and earth movement and um, it's really hard for me to explain in English, but just you just need to just know that it's natural, and then look at the color. Yeah, pleasure for us. And yeah, but it's a slow uh, change, measure with not years, million uh, yeah, against again, yeah, the it's really it's yeah, if interesting, you can go uh, for me it's really it labor hard, millions years to yeah, yeah. It's not hand painted. It's not hand painted. Human being just a carrier of jade. We just engrave the shape of the jade, but this is natural. And besides this cup, extra diary, that this key cup. In our tea shop, we are selling. One, two, we are selling Chinese tea, jade teapot as well. This color, very elegant. Each jade teapot is unique piece. Like jade is unique uh, on the earth. You cannot be you cannot make it. Which is like say human being just a carrier to engrave the jade, but no, we cannot make jade. It's not like you make iPhone, make a machine. No. So, far, any questions? This is jade as well. I'll come back in a few seconds when and then we continue our T-Rex section. I will show you the details of this lotus. I would love to ask, do you know what flower it is? What flower? It's lotus. June and July, it's blooming season. Blooming season for lotus. When I come back, I continue to show the details of this handmade, handcrafted, handmade, hand painted Chinese artwork. During this waiting time, if you're interested in anything, you can go to check our tea shop link in our bio. hello. Hello, let's continue our two-way section. This is a guide one I'm using today. Please look at 100% handcrafted, hand painted. It's a miniature lotus painting on this guide one, hand painted by our uh, uh, experienced Qing Dezhen. You can call it as a painter ceramist. It's Jingdezhen. This place I don't have ever heard. Jingdezhen in generally famous for porcelain. Uh, for a few reasons. Yeah, for the painting, a glaze quality of porcelain. It's not please look at details of this lotus. It's operated with a traditional ceramics porcelain craftsmanship in Chinese called Fencai, Fami rose. You see the details of this lotus. Wow, it's very lifelike, fully painted. And this is a cover. Inside it's glazed with this turquoise glaze. Wow, it's beautiful. Golden capacity 150 ml. 150 ml. This guy one person I like very much. From the color, the design, the painting. Wow, it's a set. It comes with this lotus tree. A lotus tree. When you don't use it, this tree you can also display as a home ornament, home decoration tree. When you tree, you can also feel the thickness of the pigment. This how beautiful it is. Do you like it? If you're interested in this Lotus Sky one, please go to check our tea shop link in our bio. For this Sky one, three colors available. This is turquoise. We also have pink, uh, pink, pink and green white. Now I pink is here. Ah, this is pink, turquoise. It's hand painted, handmade. Now look at this hand painted miniature lotus painting on this guy one. Look at details of each single lotus petal. Oh, the color is really this color and the painting is really it's really healing. Beautiful. Pink glaze inside. You can also display as a decoration ornament. Because lotus in Chinese culture signifies inner peace, pure love, uh, soul peace, and harmony actually. it's a very auspicious, and the in Buddhism, Buddhism culture, lotus is very divine, pure flower. Buddha is sitting above a blooming lotus. So, meaning of the lotus carries a very auspicious meaning. This is pink, pink. If you're interested in watching the live stream, please go to check our tea shop link in our bio. Now continue. I prepare some tea. So, final questions? And that's a teacup. This is a teacup, a lotus teacup. It's very elegant as well. Lotus. The shape is very elegant. Now, please enjoy this single unique piece. Chinese jade, made from Chinese precious jade. Wow. This jade cup looks extraordinary and exceptional, especially with this gray dark part, uh, which this teacup carries a classical Chinese in painting style. But this part don't misunderstand. It's not we paint on. No, it's a natural jade. This is a part of jade. Look at the texture. When you touch it, it's so smooth. There's a we some when we describe something very smooth. In Chinese we could say it has a jade texture. It means it's very smooth, very elegant, very elegant, lovely. 60 ml. You can match with any kinds of, and this one, um, if your friends, anybody look, when they see it, they will ask you where it's from because it looks so special, extraordinary, outstanding. Wow, that's it. You can use any good words, beautiful words to describe the beauty of this jade cup. Authentic jade without any artificial treatment. Wow. In China, there's a famous culture that's quite fire for jade. We say gold has price, but jade has no price. So you see that Chinese jade price is very varied. This one is one of the most beautiful jade cup I ever seen. It's really so beautiful. So, funny questions? If you have any questions, please feel free to share in our comment. Uh, If you like anything we're presenting our live stream, please go to check our T-shop link in our bio. Mm. Okay. Mm. If you don't have any further questions, time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for your watching. Um, uh, thank you much. Thank you so much for your watching. I will be see you again in our in next month. There's no any live stream in this in June. This is our last live stream of this month, and I will be glad to see you again in the beginning of next month's July. Okay, the month of the July. Uh, have a nice day. I wish you a great day and happy Chinese Dragon Boat Festival. See you next time. Bye bye.